Hello again, everybody, and welcome to Inside Wildcat Country, your monthly look inside the world of UNH Wildcats athletics. I'm your host, Mike Murphy. On today's episode, we have a lot in store for you, including what happens on a football game day here at UNH. We'll go behind the scenes, plus look at some milestone wins in football and in hockey, and learn about our men's soccer coach, who's been here a long time and's had a great deal of success. All that straight ahead, but first, here it is at Cowell Stadium. Let's learn more about what goes on before the football team takes the field.
When I get in here, the band's warming up out in the field. They're doing their pregame practice. We only get, 5 home games a year. So it's definitely one of the, 5 highlights of the year for sure.
It's about 7:40 in the morning. We're just setting up the jerseys for the guys before they get in. We're a little behind schedule, but we'll be all right. That's how we roll. We used to set them up in the equipment room, and all 105 guys or whatever would come down and get them from us. So thinking outside the box here, we just decided we set it up and make it look good. About 8:30, I start up the rollers and I get them on. Coach Mack usually likes to be in about 9 o'clock, so we make sure we have a couple dogs on early for him.
I don't eat breakfast. My breakfast is 3 hot dogs from the grills downstairs in the equipment room.
The tradition really is anybody who's associated with the program, whether it be a coach, an athletic trainer, really all the support staff can go back there and have one.
As far as we know, it's about 40 plus years old. Started by Jack French in the early 1970s.
Everyone has their own routine. Some guys go in and eat a few at one time. I go in, I have one at a time, 3 different times. I like to get down there, have one of the first ones.
Wouldn't go out to the game without at least having one. Well, maybe 2, right?
3's the number I got now. Before it was 2, I don't know, it doesn't matter. But usually I have 3 hot dogs, then they space them out a little bit.
Sometimes I don't know what's more important, the jerseys and the gear for the guys on game day or getting the hot dogs ready for 9 a.m. in the mornings.
It's unique. It's one place I've been that has something like this, I think it's awesome.
Football team has breakfast at 8:30, so they get here around 9. They've been playing so long, most of them, that some of them have routines that they'd like to do before they play. Mostly ankles, a lot of wrists and hands. Today we did a couple of knees. It's just to give the ligaments some support. A lot of the back stuff that you saw is just getting their backs loose. We call it elbows. It's kind of like a pressure point massage thing. Some of them like to screw around. Some of them are very quiet. Some of them are worried, nervous, anxious.
Thanks, I'm not shy.
By and large, athletes have an outstanding outlook on life. You see them when they're freshmen and they don't know anything, and you see them when they're seniors and they're just about to go out in the world and contribute. And the development is really what's so interesting about the job.
Yes!
I joke with the coaches about this. It's probably my favorite part of UNH football. We have what we call the crow's nest up top. It's the 2 windows if you look at the very top of the field house from the stadium. And you have to climb up what is really a service ladder to a catwalk, and then walk the catwalk along the side of the indoor track up to a crow's nest, which I believe Coach McDonald built some years ago, which we always joke, how safe is this thing up here? We've had some coaches who are afraid of heights who've had to overcome that fear pretty quickly. It really is a great view to oversee everything. You can see the entire field with ease. You see over the crowd. You see all 22 players at once. Coach Sean Devine, who's now at Boston College, called it the best view in college football, and that was his tradition every Saturday. When we finished climbing up that thing, he sat down, exhaled, and said, the best view in college football.
There's 3 things that separate us. One I think is how smart we play. I always tell them we got to win the battle of the mind. The next one is how physical we play, and then last thing we talk about is playing emotional. And win the battle of the heart. And go out and play the game and do it the way we've done it now for since I played here in 1978. Those 3 or 4 things just stuck in my mind when I started thinking about how we play. You're nervous and always worrying about, have we done enough? Are we prepared? Are we ready to go? Is this guy ready? You take a look, and which way's the wind blowing? What are we going to do if we receive? What are we going to do if we have to kick? Got a million thoughts rushing through your mind, and then you're trying to stay composed, you know, check your emotion, but sometimes you're so excited you're ready to go.
The UNH Coaches Show has made its return to the Wildcat Sports Radio Network. Tune in Monday nights at 7 p.m. or witness head coach Sean McDonald live and in person at Buffalo Wild Wings at the Fox Run Mall in Newington as he breaks down a week of Wildcat football. For more information, visit UNHWildcats.com.